What's up, guys? Today I'm going to make a video about this app called Fundrise. It's about real estate investing and it's passive, so you don't really have to do anything other than put money into this app. Alright? Thank you. Alright, so as we get into the Fundrise portfolio, this is what we have here. So originally I started off with $500. That's the minimum amount that you need to open up an account with Fundrise. Now this company has been around for about 4 years, and you can check out other reviews from other YouTubers and see how good they're doing, in case like you just might think it's a scam, because a lot of people think like investing stuff is a scam. But so I started off with $500 right here, right? And then over time I stepped it up to about $750, and I would just add between 100 to 150 every other week, I'd say, or every month. And as you can see, there's a plateau here. So I got to over 1,000 and then 1,100. The all-time money that I've made is right here. So $38.55. And I know it's not a lot, but it's more than I had, and if I would have just kept this money in the bank, it would have really made nothing, or maybe like a penny or something like that, or two. So Fundrise does take advisory fees, right? And if I'm not mistaken, it's about 0.01%. So as you can see here, this is what they've taken for the year of 2021 and all time. Keep in mind, I started this account in September, so 32 cents. Alright, there it is, Investor 2020. They have different types of accounts here. Now, what I will address is, the thing about Fundrise is you have to keep your money in this account for a minimum of 5 years. Alright? If you take it out before 5 years, you will pay a penalty for it. And this penalty is 3%, if I'm not mistaken. But here's the plus side and here's the negative side. Well, the negative side is the penalty and the time. And also, there's some times, like whenever the coronavirus first started, where they won't let you take your money out whatsoever. That did happen whenever the coronavirus first hit. But under normal circumstances, let's say it's just a small problem that you have and everything is fine in the market, you should be able, theoretically, if they don't enforce it, you should be able to take your money out at a 3% loss. But here's the thing. Let's say if you had your money in for 3 years and you gained overall 30%. So you just subtract from the 30 that you've gained, and also from your original principal 3%. You still have a gain after all that time, but you just have to subtract 3%. And it most likely still be worth a lot more than just a normal savings account, or even like a bond, or depending on the bond. Alright, so let's click on performance. Now these right here, these are the type of properties that I'm invested in. Now, the thing is, I don't choose these properties unless I have a higher dollar amount in here. Right now, I just have the core portfolio, and core is between $1,000 and $10,000, if I'm not mistaken. And then after, it's advanced, and the more money that you put in, the more that they let you do. And I know it seems like a bit unfair, but what this is just basically for is, let's say if you don't really know much about real estate, these people, they know about real estate and they invest in properties for you. So it's like you give them autonomy to do stuff with your money. Now, you see I have 5 projects rated B1, and usually, so A is the best, right? You're going to get a lower return on A though. Now, B second best is kind of like the alphabet here. You know, B2 is higher than B3, all right? So A1 would be the top tier, then A2, then A3, descending order like that. And right here you can see a graph where all the properties are in terms of the return and also how much I have. Now, let's see. click on portfolio here. Currently I have 60 active projects. Now the cool thing about this is you get to see where these apartments and buildings that are going to be renovated are at. So let's see a quick example here. Stabilized apartments in Sunrise, Florida. C2 rating. The structure is debt. This is the projected return. This does not signify what you're going to get. It's just an estimation. All right. So quick view here. That's how much money that Fundrise as a whole has put to this property. Not this exact property, but I'm pretty sure it's a whole apartment complex. Now, the structure is debt, so you can either get debt or equity. Now, debt is, let's say if a company borrowed money from Fundrise for a loan, and you would just get a percentage on that loan, right? But equity would be that Fundrise itself purchased an apartment complex with some of your money and you're getting a percentage of the rent and also appreciation. Now let's see, view details. This is a photo, structured debt again, status. Then this will tell you a little bit about the analysis that they do, the types of loans that are on there. So you see this is equity, and then this is a Freddie Mac, which is just like a government loan. This is the time that I got into this property. Well, that Fundrise put me into this property, and then this is just like they give you updates on properties as they progress, so that way you can see how it's going. It's pretty cool. And right here you can see, let's see, actual location where it's at in America. Let's see, click this back button here, X. Now there's 60 of these, so I'm not gonna go in every single one of them, but you basically get the point. It's all like this, and it's pretty cool because you can look at the pictures, and it just, if you ever pass by these properties in real life, you'll be like, man, I own like a little piece of that, and it'll be really cool for you to just have that feeling. I know it's not a lot, but it's a little piece. Now let's see, this is where they are in the US on the map. See, there's 29 in California, 8 in Florida, 1 in Georgia. All right. So these are the different plans that they have. So this is the percentage of your portfolio. You know, it might seem obvious, and like how much actual money you have in this is pretty self-explanatory. And this is just income. This is most likely debt. Let's see if I can, oh, I can't click on it. All right, so the amount of dividends that I've gotten from that, appreciation, advisory fees, your returns. It is pretty cool. Let's see. All right, now it's basically like a more in-depth look at it. You can look at all their stuff online. But all right, let's keep this video quick. And right here you can see your dividends. So Q4 of 2020 I received a $6.53 dividend. And basically what a dividend is the way that I can explain it to you is, let's say if you have a piece of land, right? And you grow crops on the land. And once you grow those crops, you sell them. The percentage of profit that you get from those crops is basically the dividend. So let's see. So these are the transactions, right? And this is how much money you put in there. And the minimum that you can put in at once is $100. Right? So let's see. This is a dividend here. Reinvested means that they put the money back into their account. Now, the thing about this is whenever it's reinvested, on this reinvested money, you have to wait an additional 5 years. And I'm not saying 10 years in total, but from the time that it was deposited, you have to wait 5 years. So let's click on more here. You can put your goal. Let's see. These are the notifications that you get. Have to block that out. You can also invite friends, and I'm pretty sure they have some sort of, let's see, there it is. Your advisory fees are waived for the first 90 days. Each friend who joins Fundrise, and your friend will also have 90 days waived of advisory fees. If you start out with like $500, it's not going to be much, but let's say if you have like $100,000 or $200,000, which I'm pretty sure nobody in this video, well, nobody who's watching this video is really going to have, but who knows. Okay, so whenever you start your account, you're going to have 3 accounts. Whenever you first start, if you put a minimum of $500, which is the minimum, you would get basic, and this wouldn't apply. But the more that you put in, the more that these apply. So core is just your basic. You get dividend, reinvestment, and auto invest. IRA account support, 3 months of advisory fees waived for each friend that you invite. Now, these are the core plans. So this would be supplemental income right here. The majority of this is going to be dividends, and then appreciation is going to be a lot less. And basically is you would receive a small payment every 3 months whenever dividends hit from the debt that was the money that they borrowed from you, right? Now you can see this would be over the life of the loan. It would just go up in this pattern. Now balanced is just a mix between half and half, like it says here. It's got a little bit higher return because these people, they're not planning, they're actually investing in property where the market is hot, and hot means like prices are constantly going up. And sometimes you can get a lot more appreciation than you can in debt, but it's also a lot more risk. There's a chance that it might not go up. So it could be like this, but the graph could also just be going straight like that, or it could even crash and be lower. So keep that in mind. Now again, long-term growth, it would be the one with the highest total return and appreciation and less dividends. Now keep in mind, you will be paying tax on these dividends right here, all right? So the more debt that you issue, the more tax that you'll have to pay. So, and then this is also best for long-term wealth building because you don't pay tax on appreciation. You only pay it on dividends. Here you can look at the details. These are my active projects in this portfolio. So you acquire assets, consistent, improve real estate. That's the stuff that they do. Realize returns over time via interest payments. Then this is basically, like they say, an example of projected return. Let's see. All right. Now, the next one is advanced, right? So you see $10,000 minimum. Now, I do have $10,000 in the portfolio, but the thing is, I get a higher return from where my money's at right now than here. That's why this is just like a diversification tool at the very least. Now, let's see, and I'm also trying to get into real estate, so at least this way I have at least a couple toes in the water. Okay, includes all core features plus ability to allocate directly to most of our funds. So, and then 6 months advisory fees waived for every friend that you invite. And this would make more sense because If you have, let's say you invite 3 friends, you're gonna pay a higher dollar amount in advisory fees. It's gonna be the same percentage, but it's gonna be a higher dollar amount because there's more money there. But if you invite like 3 friends, that's 18 months. That's more than a year, and you'd be basically saving that money. Odds are, if you have enough money to put this much money into a Fundrise account, you're gonna know or have friends that are probably equally successful. Basically the same here. Okay. Now, the ability to allocate directly to most of our funds would be like if you want to invest in a specific property, you would be able to invest in more money into that property, and you'd be able to self-direct it more. I figure the reason why they do this is because at this point you're a more knowledgeable investor. Well, they assume it, but they do give you the autonomy. Now, premium, let's see what happens here. $100,000 minimum. Now, I'm not gonna do this anytime soon. I don't think so, but who knows? Let's see. Oh, with this you get direct support, and then 12 months of advisory fees waived for each friend you invite. Now, wow, that is crazy. 12 months, that's a whole year. Theoretically, you could just invite a friend every year and save up. But, alright. Alright guys, thank you for watching my video. If you could please give me a like, and if you have any questions, say something in the comments. Also subscribe. Thank you.